and I work at night, so I can't really go out. But like, it's dope, bro, because now I figured out. Well, the reason when I first moved out here, I had to work so fucking much was because like I didn't save up enough.
Yeah.
And it's not like I couldn't, but it's just the opportunity came fast, and like I wasn't gonna like pass it up. So when I got here and I paid my rent and I fucking got all the shit for the apartment, I was like, fuck, bro, I'm broke as fuck.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn, I need like 2 jobs.
Yeah. But you still have the 2 or no?
No, so I recently quit Uchiba and now I'm just full time at Powder Room. Bro, honestly, I feel like that's one thing I've noticed about you, dog, is like you're always on the go, bro.
Always, yo. I have to be. I have to be.
Just like physically, but like just like you
I just have to be.
Yeah, you're just active, bro.
Yeah.
And I fuck with that because I'm slowly getting there.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, like I'm always I mean I would like to think like my work ethic is like pretty fucking high. But like at the same time, I'm also how do you say it? I like to keep like my. I guess it's because it's a mental health thing for me. Mm-hmm. So like when I feel like I'm getting out of my routine, that's the thing. When I'm out of my routine, bro, it really fucks with me.
Yeah.
So like sometimes like when people like are like want to go out after work, for example, if I just got off of shift at 3 a.m. and people want to go to afters and shit. Which like I should go sometimes because fuck it. Yeah. But like to me, I'm just like nah. I need to go home. I'm gonna go to bed at fucking 4:30. Yeah. And then I need to wake up like I want to gym
and then
before
do
working.
Shit. Exactly. Yeah.
But you're the type of guy that you're gonna go to the after, bro, but you're gonna still wake up to gym.
That's wild.
Which is
I think but I think I've made that my routine. You know what I mean? Like just fucking keep going.
Yeah, it's like work hard, play hard type shit. Yeah. That's fire, bro. But yeah, dog, we're sitting down. This is fuck, bro. I ain't done a podcast like in a month, so I gotta remind myself what episode this is.
You good? I saw you at like 70 something.
Yeah, we've been lacking though, man. But to be fair, bro, I just haven't had time to fucking do the pod, bro. Yeah. Which, I mean, it's good because like we were just talking about. So it's episode 75.
75 hard.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but yeah, like you were saying, bro, I relate to that heavy because I literally haven't had a chance to really like do a lot of things in Austin I've been wanting to do. So these next couple months, I feel like it's gonna be nice.
Yeah, exactly. It's like lock in, but like also make the most of the city while we're here because I have not.
Wait, so you've been in Austin for how long?
Probably like I want to say 8-9 months.
8-9 months.
8-9 months. Yeah.
Oh shit, that's actually a good amount of time.
Yeah, it's been a good amount. But just working. That's it.
Yeah, bro. Because I mean, well, first of all, we're sitting with Sergio. We call him Serg. What's your last name?
Enriquez, yo.
Sergio Enriquez. Yeah. We are both from El Paso, Texas, 915. We're living out here in Austin right now. And it's cool though, man, because I feel like we probably knew each other, like maybe it's like through social media, and then I think through the Run Club and shit, I think we met each other. And then I think I feel like when we moved to Austin, I guess we just kind of like started like chilling more and shit.
Because it was like, okay, I only know him.
Yeah,
boom,
exactly.
A certain amount. Yeah, El Paso, everybody knows just of everybody. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's all over the place.
Yeah, that's why I fuck with it though, because like I feel like the people that do move out here from El Paso, like everybody's actually like really like everybody hangs out with each other in a way.
Everybody ends up hanging out again.
Yeah. But it's fire though, because like y'all are we're in a different city, but also we get to do other shit. And like you get to meet other people, but at the same time, it's always good to like have a little bit of home with you, you know?
Yeah, 100%. Like everybody I hang out with here, never hung out with in El Paso. Like, for the most part, nah. Like probably like 2 dudes, my roommate, and then my other homie that moved out here.
Yeah. Who's your other homie?
My roommate or
so both of them.
So Ross is my roommate.
That's the one I probably met at Crunch one time, right?
Yeah. Okay. Little white dude.
Yeah.
That's my homie. I've known him since like. It's like 3rd grade.
Yeah.
3rd grade, yeah.
Okay.
And then my other friend, Jesus, you seen him? Jay Alonso?
I seen you post him.
Yeah, him.
Did you go to like the coffee and chill, or not coffee, the Did you go to Mushroom Cowboy with him, or that was another boy?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
Jesus just
big
yoked.
dude.
Yeah.
So why did he move out here?
His girl, Brenna, she works for the news. Remember Brenna? I think Perez.
Brenna Perez.
Yeah, she worked at the news in El Paso, and then she transferred over here. And she actually just went PD too. So
Austin PD.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
So
Damn, that's lit. Yeah, we gotta chill soon. We all gotta chill.
Yeah, I gotta introduce.
Are you gonna be here this weekend?
Yes and no. So I leave. So I ordered a shirt, but I left it. I ordered it to El Paso.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna fly in Saturday and then come back Sunday morning.
Oh, bet. We should. I'm off Sunday, bro. We definitely need to chill. I haven't had a Sunday fun day here in a while.
Let's do it. I have a shoot at 7 on Sunday, but after
7 p.m.
I'm free. Before or after?
Bet. Oh yeah. I remember we went to we went on the yacht, that was Memorial Day, and that shit was fucking. How were you like? Really? Were you like fucked up or not really?
Not at all.
The whole time.
Like, you know what? I think what helped was like, so we barely, what is it called? The liquid IVs, right?
Okay, yeah.
So there's another one called Drip Drop.
Mm-hmm.
That one we were like, that was my first time. So chugged one right before, and I don't know, we just spaced out everything because we like drank a lot.
We drank a lot, yeah.
And I just didn't feel any. So I don't know if it was like that Drip Drop or something else.
No, yeah, and that makes sense. So I think also being in the sun and fucking just like swimming and shit, like you don't really feel drunk, bro.
Yeah.
The drunkest I felt was on the way back.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah,
he was over there offering, yo, come get a shot.
Yo, I was low. Bro, I remember that. Like that was when we were about to get in the Fetty, right? Mm-hmm. I was on one, bro.
And then some people stopped. I don't even know if they got some. Did you give them a shot,
bro? Yeah, I think. No, I tried to give this one girl a shot, but then her man was like, no, she's too fucked up. Like don't give her a shot. But there was like a fight that broke out.
Oh, do you remember that shit? Yeah. Yo, some girl wiped out crazy.
For real?
Toes out, everything. Like her sandal flew.
You saw that shit?
She was saying something to us like, I don't know what she said to us. And she's like, oh yeah, be careful. There's a storm or something like that. Boom. Damn. Just knocked that big toe in a freaking rock, bro. It was bad.
Fuck, dude. Were we on the same Fetty? I don't fucking remember. On the way there, we were.
You stayed on the other one.
That's right.
you wanted to stay back.
Yeah, you already know what I had to do, bro. I had to complete the mission. But no, I do remember that shit. Yeah, because we were literally about to leave. Oh, I do remember what exactly happened. I tried to get all 20 of us in that one Fetty, bro.
One Fetty's crazy. Yeah.
Bro, he was gonna do it, but like motherfuckers weren't going. Like we would have paid probably way less.
I think so.
He was down with it, bro.
Yeah. 20 people.
Yeah, and then the next fucking week, bro, that was real, bro. I went. So this was Memorial Day, and then I hosted an event back home on Sunday, which was like the no phones party. And then this dude, bro, like he said he was gonna pull up, and then he texted me like the day of saying like, oh shit, like I don't think I'm gonna make it. And I was like, nah, I feel you, bro. It's all good. But then, bro, I mean, you had went to the what'd you go to in the morning in Austin?
What'd I go to?
That was the Mushroom Cowboy. Yeah.
Went to Mushroom
and
Cowboy.
That starts at what, 10?
Yeah, usually like at 10. So it was whack, bro. Like, so it was whack.
Mm-hmm.
It was started the whole time. 10. I don't know. I pulled up like at 11:30 maybe.
Oh, okay.
So it was pretty whack. It was small. It was, I don't know, but they're usually badass. They're usually dope. So we pull up, and it's like whatever. Vibes are mid. Mm-hmm. And then we're like, yo, should we just go now, like to EP? And like, so there was only like 2 nonstops. One at like 12:45, the other one at 7 or something like that, 6:30.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, it's 12. We're not gonna make it. Like, we're not gonna make it. If anything, we're just going like this.
Yeah.
And then that's it.
Come Do you back have the like next morning. Shit back home? Nah. Like, you keep everything over here.
Yeah. I don't have anything. If I need something, I just have to go buy it. Yeah. But yeah, so I would have just pulled up like that.
Damn, you made the flight.
Well, I made the last one. Okay. So that's why I was surprised too, though, yo, that there was that many people like when it was about an hour left.
That shit. I wasn't mad about it because I know people show up late, but this time people showed up fucking late.
No way.
Bro, 3 hours in, I was like, bro, it was a little dead, and I was scared. But like usually when I throw events, I expect a slow start all the time.
Yeah, I think so.
People
too.
in El Paso, like they show up late to everything, bro.
I was about to say. Even my shoots, I'm always late.
Yeah,
I know people are just gonna be late.
Yeah, exactly. So I was expecting it, and then like 6 o'clock fucking rolls around, and like it's still like not popping, and then bro, everybody showed up like all at once.
Yeah, it was good.
And then the time you were there, that was like the littest time, bro. So
no, it was good, and I think also too, like even when people go without the phones, people were asking like, "Yo, what time is it? What time is it?" So they just there, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And that's cool, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You lose track of time.
Exactly, bro. Honestly, that I wasn't too lit that day, just because I like. That whole week I was fucking drinking.
Yeah,
I do. You were lit that day. That's what I remember.
That night.
Do you feel like you were or no? At Tipsy Tiger, I feel like you was going.
Nah, you know what, Tipsy? I was trying to remember today too. Yeah, I was. Yo, yeah.
I actually fuck with Tipsy, bro. It was actually a solid spot. I was surprised.
I don't know,
Had you have been
it's
there?
Just different. Nah, that was my first time.
Yeah,
that was my first
same.
time, but it's different over here, yo. I mean,
so you grew up in El Paso. You were born there?
Yeah. Born and raised.
And you got any brothers or sisters?
Only child, yo.
Oh shit.
That's why, yeah.
Hell yeah.
So that's why I'm kind of just like, I just do my own thing all the time. You know what I mean? It's what I'm used to.
You don't mind just pulling up to shit on your own, just doing your own shit.
Sometimes the only thing I won't pull up to is like bars. Yo.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Because I'm like, bro, anything could happen. You know what I mean? And then or like something, I don't know if it'll happen ever. You know what I mean? But God forbid I get drugged or something, some crazy stuff.
And no one's there to like fucking help you out.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So,
I feel that.
But
damn, so
what'd
you do growing up? Like, what was your upbringing like?
Bro, it was just like, it was kind of boring, but so it's good and bad being an only child. The good part is like all the focus is on you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Also the bad part, all the focus is on you. You know what I mean? And then, but also, it's kind of boring. You know what I mean? When you're a kid, you're like, oh, there's nothing, nobody to play with.
Did you play sports?
I did. Yeah. That's how like I kind of kept up. I just, I used to hoop. Yeah, that's it.
Damn. So did you play city and shit?
Yeah, I did.
Who'd you play with?
Shoot. It was like, well, like in high school or like?
Just like kind of like maybe like middle school up to middle school, high school, like AAU type shit.
Bro, I don't even remember. There was so many names. Like, I don't even remember. Yo, but the last one it was like Big Red, Big Red Pride because it was with the Bel Air.
Got you.
Yeah. So that was like our group. But I was ass, bro, till like sophomore, junior year.
Oh, for real?
Like, I just.
And what changed? You just started like putting in work type thing?
I was just tired of not playing, showing up. You know what I mean? And then like sophomore year just hit, and I just like turned it up, like everything, and then so it was all good from there. Yeah.
And did you love basketball, or was it just something like, oh, it's cool, like I'm just playing it, you know?
I don't know. I think I like loved it.
Yeah.
But I just wasn't like. I don't know, because it was like, so my parents are divorced and I stay with my mom, so it wasn't never like, yo, like, hey, show up, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it was just like, hey,
it was just up to you type thing.
Yeah, exactly. So like sophomore year, just like, I was like, let's just do it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. And then wait, so when did your parents get divorced?
When I was like 3. So
shit, so you don't really remember it?
They've never been together.
Yeah. So it was just you kind of grow up just kind of being normalized to that, you know?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
And you would see both of them like pretty equally?
Yeah, not equally. No. So I just lived with my mom, and then my dad literally lived across the street on the other side.
Oh shit!
So like,
you just walk over type thing?
Sometimes, but he's just like super like, you know what I mean? Just like stoic a little bit. Yeah.
Do you have a good relationship with him?
He's cool. Like we're just not the same. Like he's he's more like just like kind of stoic. Like
he doesn't drink and shit?
Nah, he doesn't drink.
Damn.
Like even coffee, like nothing.
Shit.
Yeah. So we'll talk about like the Spurs and stuff, like basketball. That's pretty much our like thing. But he's there like if both of us need anything. So that's what I respect. You know what I mean? I'm cool. Yeah. Like all the other stuff, like it's not needed. Like if I need something,
he's there.
Good. Yeah. So I'm like, I think that's really all that matters.
Yeah. And do you have a close relationship with your mom?
Yeah. Super close. Like I just I feel like I'm kind of like not obligated because I want to, but it's like, bro, I have to like turn it up as an only child. You know what I mean? Because like you can't. I don't want to say you can't disappoint, but it's like, why would you want to?
Yeah, you know? And it's also like, if not you, then who's gonna do it type thing to like take care of her. Yeah, 100%. I didn't really hit that switch And maybe because I'm the youngest child.
Okay. Out of how many?
I have 2 siblings, so an older brother and an older sister. My older brother owns Neep.
Okay, I was about to say long hair, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I met both of them.
Yeah, for sure. They were both there. Mm-hmm. They were both working actually. Or my sister was bartending.
Bro, you look just like your sister.
Yeah. Everybody says that shit. Yeah. But I think recently, bro, like I didn't, obviously, like I've always wanted to like do, like take care of my parents and shit, but it didn't really hit me until like probably the beginning or the end of last year. Cause, I don't know what it was, but it just like a switch flipped where I was like, yeah, I want to be doing shit for like, I'm doing shit for me too. But like at the same time, like I want to really fucking like take care of my parents. Cause they've done so much, you know?
Exactly. Yeah.
And, that's motivating as fuck, you know?
Exactly.
I actually think about that a lot now.
Yeah. And then especially like since you're out here, like it's a little bit more focused, you know
bro,
what I mean?
Yeah, that's a little bit, and that's something I also wanted to get into with you too, bro, because obviously we both moved out here kind of somewhat like around the same time, and it's not easy. I don't think it's easy to move from your hometown, you know. It doesn't matter where it is. It can be El Paso, it can be wherever. Yeah. But just to leave and take that leap on your own is I don't think anybody, it really says a lot about who you are, you know?
Yeah, and I've seen your previous stuff where you're just like, I just took it. I saw the opportunity and I took it. You know what I mean? It was kind of just the same thing. Yeah.
Exactly. And I think, what do you think is the biggest thing that holds people back from like, because I mean, don't get me wrong, like I don't think there's anything wrong with staying in El Paso or staying in your hometown. But the thing is, if you say you want to leave and you say that's what's gonna like help you, then like what's holding you back? You know, what do you think is that thing for people?
I don't know. I think it's more because I feel like being an only child is kind of rare. So I see other people are like now like more family. You know what I mean? I'm gonna miss all my family. Used to having people there, friends. And then another thing is just like financials. You know what I mean? I feel like you don't really need a lot of money to live in El Paso and even like look like you have money. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's that. You know what I mean? And it's you're leaving all your like resources pretty much. You know what I mean? All your connections for the most part. Yeah,
that's a big thing too. Yeah, especially like for me, one of the biggest things, I had multiple people tell me to stay, and not because they didn't think I would do good in Austin, but they saw that like I had a lot of momentum like back home, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
And same for you, like you made a lot of connections through what you do, and there's not, and I'm saying in the most humble way possible, like I'm sure you can say the same. I can go anywhere and like be taken care of in a way, or just like knowing everybody, knowing people, having connections, like just if there's something you need or I need at my disposal, whether it's like a connection or resource, like I can reach out to someone to help me, you know?
Exactly. There's always someone there and some connection somehow, some way. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's what was like the hardest part about leaving to another spot, like Austin, which is a big city, but it's actually not as big as people would expect now that I'm realizing it.
Exactly.
But like, it's starting from scratch, bro. So like, it's literally coming here. Obviously, you have the people, like the small circle of people you know, but at the same time, like nobody knows who you are. There's the money out here is way more than you were used to back home. Like it's just a bigger fucking pond, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
El Paso's a little small fucking pond, and like Austin's like a lake.
Yeah, exactly. You know? And that's why I feel like it's good because you had momentum over there, but also like I feel like a lot of stuff doesn't leave. You know what I mean? And a lot of stuff that's bigger doesn't go in. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because it's an older city, and like older folks are there. They vote no against a lot of stuff, like growing because of taxes. And they don't want to pay more. You know what I mean?
That makes sense.
Like it just doesn't grow like it could. And I feel like, like with the Almond and stuff like that, bigger names are going, but like more people aren't like gonna be like, okay, let me pull up to a podcast in El Paso.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'll go for the night if I can. You know what I mean? But
that was a big motivation, bro. Is like the people, and I really haven't done the podcast too much since I got here, but I'm really trying to ramp shit up now. But like you said, it's just a lot more opportunity for it because even though I don't know everybody here, it's like the chance of me running into someone.
Exactly. Like that dude you met, right?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
On the
street. Yeah.
Just off the street of just walking during South by Southwest, bro. And that shit wouldn't happen. I mean, obviously you're gonna run into some people in El Paso, but it's very rare.
Exactly.
So
yeah, like South by Southwest, people are coming here. You know
exactly.
what I mean? Like, and not even for you, for nothing, but it could happen.
Yeah.
And that's the possibility is what makes it cool.
Mm-hmm. And then also like for you in photography, like, yeah, there might be more people out here doing it, but I feel like people like they don't understand like. I feel like from my perspective, obviously, like your skill set and everything does matter, but people would want to work with you or hire you just because it's you, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Because they fuck with you, you know?
Instead of making like a customer, you make a friend.
Exactly.
Boom. Yeah.
Yeah. Same thing with the pod. Like, yeah, there's a bunch of tons of different podcasts out there, but people are gonna fuck with it because who's behind it?
Yeah. Exactly.
Same thing with a bar. You know, you can have the nicest bar in the fucking city, but like who's behind it?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
what kind of people are they attracting? You know,
exactly.
So it's just like, I think anywhere you go, if you just take that with you, I feel like that's something to keep in mind. And I didn't realize that until coming out here. You know?
Yeah, you realize a lot of different stuff. Yeah.
And yeah, just the I think, at least for me, when I look at people that don't take that leap, I think a lot of it is I don't think they give themselves enough. I think it's just they don't like that fire that they need. You know?
Exactly.
I think for me, like one thing it really helps is you keep saying you're gonna fucking move. Why haven't you done it?
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly.
Because that's the way I think. Like, if someone's telling me they want to do something and they've been telling me for like forever, I don't know. I'm not the type of people the person that might call it out.
Yeah.
But in my head, I'm like, why the fuck haven't
like,
you done it? You know?
You're like, all right, bro.
Yeah.
We'll see. Yeah.
So a lot of that for me is like, maybe it's a tip for someone. Like, bro, I'm not gonna say announce it on social media, but like tell people, put it out into the world, and see if you're gonna fucking hold yourself accountable to it. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, if you really want to fucking do it, like there's a way, and there's and the thing is, I think people look at like the end goal, and I think that can get overwhelming. But if you just break it up into little steps, you know, like for me, I didn't know I was gonna move out here. I moved out maybe like 2 or 3 months before I was expecting.
Oh shit, okay.
But the thing is like I was already setting in stone. I made a trip out here to like apply for jobs and shit. Not living out here, but I stayed with someone. And then a week later, I was getting all these fucking. It's actually weird how it worked out, bro. Like I applied to shit like a month before. 2 months before, and all of them started hitting me up like the same week.
Quick. Oh, okay, sweet. Okay.
So I was like, "Fuck, I'll just take a trip and hit all these interviews."
Yeah, and you did?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
and then the next week, like they were like, "Yo, when can you start?" And I was like, "Fuck it, dude, I have to go.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't got enough money, but like,
you could
what? Yeah, exactly. And
you think the cost of living is different out here? Like, you think it's more?
Bro, honest, like the drinks, the food, the entertainment, yes. But like, for example, the place I'm staying at, people are paying the same thing in El Paso for the same exact. If not, this is nicer in my opinion than some of the fucking places. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Yo, yeah.
And location, bro. Like I'm in El Paso. I'm probably like 20 minutes from downtown, living on the east. And I mean, you really don't go to downtown much for anything. But here, I'm fucking 12 minutes from downtown. Yeah, like I drive down the one street and I'm in downtown Austin. Yeah. And there's just so much fucking going on, bro. Exactly. Like so much, dog. Like, and I don't know. And I don't like talking about it sometimes because I don't want to make people feel like I think it's better out here. But it's just like when you're here, you understand why like it's attractive to so many people.
Exactly. Me, I don't know. I be talking my shit. I'm like, this is why we in line right now? Why is this? I be talking my shit because I'm like, bro, they just gave me like so much negativity over there.
Oh, okay. So like, what? Let's get into it then, man. So like,
get into it. I don't know, bro. Like I'm saying, like it's just not a place to grow, and I just feel nothing leaves that place. You know what I mean? Like no matter what, like. It just doesn't seem like that to me, you know what I mean? And, So the same thing, like it's a lot of older folks, you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. A lot of old folks and a lot of families, like big families.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
That's why I tell people, I'm like, it's a cool place to raise a family. Like,
exactly.
I think that's the best thing. No, like natural disasters.
Yeah,
nothing crazy. You know what I mean?
Am I tripping, or have you not seen that many kids here living here?
That's true. Yeah,
bro. Like
even the school's dead. I passed by a school like I live by. I've never seen I've probably seen like 5 kids.
Yeah, bro.
Yo, that's it.
You don't like and that's the thing about just like some background. Like Austin's is probably one of the youngest cities in America.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a college town, but yeah, bro. The people our age, there's so many, and I think that's really dope. You know.
Yeah.
But so when did you pick up photography? Like along your journey?
Probably like 2020. Like 2020.
So you were what, like 22?
Yeah, I was 22.
22?
I was 22, yeah.
And what were you doing at that time, bro? Like, what were your plans for the future?
So, like around there, so I actually used to day trade for a prop firm. Mm-hmm. And then that was for like 2 years. And it was good.
Did you go to college?
No. I bought, so how I got into that, you know how those multi-level marketing companies are there for like Forex and stuff like that. So like Forex is legit, but the companies that would recruit you would make it seem like, oh, they're Forex and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So like that's how we got into it.
I always thought like, because I had some homies that were pretty balls deep in Forex, but I always thought like it was a pyramid scheme type shit.
Exactly. So it's pretty much the company. You know what I mean? So like Forex is like pretty much the foreign exchange market, and like it's like crypto and stocks and stuff like that, just a market. But the company would like use that to just do like pyramid, you know what I mean? And then once I realized that, like a couple months in, I'm like, okay, let me go over here, because you start learning, like even like photography, you're like in it, boom, and you start seeing photographers, professionals, boom, boom, boom. So the same thing, trading, boom, there's professionals, courses, everything. So you start buying them, getting in there. So you like kind of go to school, but it's like a course that you just buy, you know what I mean? So pretty much just like that. There's prop firms that'll fund you, so you just pass your tests, and then I know there's some that do like bi-weekly payouts, some weekly. So it's pretty much like that. So that's all I did for like 2 years. But the only thing.
And you were making like pretty decent money.
For like that. Just being on my own. You know what I mean? And like not having like a group anymore. Yeah. I thought.
And you kind of like made your own schedule and shit.
Yeah. Nah. Like it was at night. So like the times like to start is like in EP it was like 1 a.m.
Damn. So you
like,
working at night?
I was overnight. Yeah. But like once you knew kind of what you was doing, I would just like set the trade, boom, go to sleep. If I was tired.
Did you fuck with that schedule?
I did and I didn't. That's kind of how I ended up with like the job I also have. Because I would just like, so I would just go to the gym like twice a day. I had nothing to do, and I was just like kind of locked in. So I didn't really like hang out with anybody like that. So I would just boom the gym. Jesus worked at the gym.
Got you.
So I'm like, yo, get me in there like part time. Because I want a free membership.
What gym were you going to?
EP Fitness.
Okay. The one on...
Montwood.
Mm-hmm. Damn, I used to hoop there all the time.
Yeah, exactly. That was the only one with the court.
Bro, those runs were crazy.
Yeah, it would get crazy. I stopped hooping by then, you know what I mean? But those were good, yeah.
And that gym would fucking get packed out.
Mm-hmm. Super packed, yo. Super packed. So then, that's when I just started realizing, you know what? Let me get jobs that I could use, you know what I mean? Because... during that time too, I had a girlfriend, and we would take like trips because like my schedule was just open, you know what I mean? And I'm like, damn, like we're running it up. So let me like, how can I get trips? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then boom, supplying Southwest, boom, got it.
Yeah. And did you know anybody that was working for Southwest?
No. And actually, one of my high school friends was, I don't know if he was already working there, or he pulled up after me. One of them. Yeah. I know he pulled up before me.
Yeah.
So he was there when I showed up, and I'm like, oh shit, what's up?
And you got hired like pretty quickly, like after applying?
No, probably like 2 months, because they called me. Boom, you're hired. Never heard from them for like a month. Shit. They lost all my stuff. So I'm like, damn, all right, whatever. Yeah. I guess they're done. Called me, hey, you still want it? I'm like, yeah, let's do it.
Damn.
Boom. So got.
And what'd you get hired as?
So the position's called a ramp agent, ground operations, and stuff like that. So it's pretty much like the dude's like
just kind of directing
bringing the plane in, and you're pretty much just like just scan the bags, make sure everything's good to
okay.
go. And
Do you got to actually put the bags in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like people are like in the plane like throwing them and stuff like that. And I hated that. And I'm like, nah, that wasn't for me. So I would just like scan, make sure everything's all good.
So they're just throwing fucking luggage however they want.
Some people, I was like,
so don't carry like important shit in there.
Nah, bro. Like even my girl at the time, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna take my like cameras, like I'm gonna put it in here. She's like, bro, you like see how they throw it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. And I'm
so
like,
they're just fucking ragdolling that shit everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
It's crazy.
Because like one of my first days when I was there, I'm like, put in the bags, you know what I mean? The dude's like, nah, bro, like
so just chuck that shit.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, I'm like, all right,
yeah.
So people get crazy.
Yeah.
But then, that kind of just took over.
Have you seen Toy Story 2?
A while back.
Okay. It's just there's a fucking airport scene that I always think about. Yeah, or it's like I just picture like how the bottom of the plane looks. Like, is there actually like a lot of room down there?
Nah,
no.
Bro, that's why I never like would do that because you're on your knees. You're on your knees and like boom. And I'm like, hell no, I'm trying to protect my body. Like in El Paso, just Walking Dead, Thriller, just people limping, yo.
Yeah, and I bet it's hot as fuck on the tarmac, bro.
Yeah, that's what especially like Phoenix, like they be saying like their
I've
their
heard
shoes
that.
melt. Yeah, and I'm like,
that's never happened in El Paso.
Nah. But shoot, it might now because bro, when I went this past weekend for Coldplay, it was hot, yo, like 103.
Oh,
and I'm
shit.
like, nah.
Yeah,
I gotta go back home.
Wait, so you're the ramp agent, and how does that, like, do you actually fuck with the job?
It's alright. Yeah, it's alright.
Are you doing the same thing now?
Yeah.
But you just transferred because they were allowing you to have weekends off here.
Exactly.
Okay.
Over there was never gonna get them, so I just came over here, and then also to run it up. You know what I mean, for like photos, because when's everything happening? You know what I mean? Everybody was like, oh, you just want weekends to like party and like do this stuff, and I'm like, nah, like. That's where the money's at. You know what I mean? That's where the weddings are. That's when the parties are. The festivals, like everything. You know what I mean? Like that's when the money's at. If you're trying to do something creative or like where you gotta cover events. You know what I mean? Yeah.
And when did the bug for like photography hit you?
Probably like 2020, but only or like around that time when I was taking trips because I just wanted good pictures for me, like my IG. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that. And people just kept hitting me up like, yo, like.
So you were traveling a lot.
Yeah, a little bit, like mostly like Cali or like Seattle.
Yeah. And how does it work? Like you just get free flights on your days off?
Now, yeah. So before I would just pay, and that's why I'm like I want to find a way to get it free. You know what I mean?
And how do you get it free? You just have to put in time, or
no? You just gotta apply. So like literally, you can have somebody work for you the whole time, like. You don't even have to show up to work as long as you're employed. Benefits, like
what the fuck.
And that's why I'm like, okay, let me keep it, but like part time. You know what I mean?
You, yeah.
As long as your name is employed.
So if you work for Southwest, you can fly as much as you want, whenever you want, and anywhere.
Wherever they fly, and then also like the affiliate. What is it called? Like airlines, you just pay taxes on the tickets.
Damn.
But it's standby. But
like,
I mean, you can see how many seats are available. So like you're like, bro, there's like 50 on this one. I'll make that one for sure. Yeah. So like that's how I would go to Seattle a lot. Like just.
And you can take day trips. Like, oh, there's a flight today. I'm gonna fucking.
That's why.
Do you get discounts? Do you get discounts for like your homies and shit or no?
I get like a couple passes a year. And then parents fly for free.
Damn.
And then one random that can do the same thing is unlimited. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's fire.
I mean, that's why I stay. You know what I mean? The benefits are just. Yeah.
Bro, yeah, that's insane. So yeah, you start getting into photography, and like, what was like did someone ask you if you could take photos for them? Or?
Yeah. So actually. Just people kept asking me, and I'm like, bro, like the pictures aren't me. Like, how do you think I take pictures? Like, I don't.
Yeah.
And then they just kept asking. They're like, yo, well, anyways, can you do it? I'm like, all right, whatever. And actually, you know Paris, the trainer. Yeah. So P was actually my first client. Like,
oh, you were doing like all the basketball like pics and shit, right? Like for was it the Desert Cats?
Yeah, the Desert Cats, yo, exactly.
Fuck yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so he was just like, shout out P. Yeah, he was just like, nah, bro, just come out, like, let's do it, whatever. And then I didn't charge at first, so I'm like, let me just see how it comes out, boom, and whatever. And then slowly, like, it just started building. a couple people, like, sometimes I'll be like, yo, like, I'll do it for free if you just let me do it. And then just tag me, recommend me, boom. So a couple I would just do for free just to get my name out there. And especially there, because everybody knows everybody. Word of mouth is everything. I've never printed a business card. I've never done ads, like, never. I just do word of mouth, and it stays consistent. You know what I mean?
And so from then on, you just kind of just started doing consistent work.
I mean, trying to, because I couldn't get weekends. You know what I mean? So, and it was just tough. So, like, now here, I'm almost booked every weekend.
Fuck yeah. What do you do mainly? A lot of weddings?
A lot of sports, but I just try to book weddings for the most part, because weddings that's where the money's at. That's where the money's at. Yeah. So, like, October, I got 4. That's why I can't go to ACL. Like,
shit. Not even Sunday?
Oh, Sunday, yeah.
Oh,
yeah. So that's why I'm going to fly in Sunday morning and then go.
Fuck yeah. Yeah.
You're going,
that's
you're going,
gonna be,
right?
Yeah, I'm set. Weekend 2, bro.
Let's do
it.
Then
that's my first ACL, so I'm excited. Have you ever been? Yeah.
I used to come a lot. I used to want to move over here, and then one, like, summer I came in, I'm like, bro, it's too hot. I'm like, I do not want to move. Yeah.
So you're doing this photography, like, you're getting clients and stuff. You're still working Southwest. And then what made you, like, just obviously you want to get the weekends off, so that's one thing. Was there any other options besides Austin that you were looking into?
Phoenix and I think that's it.
Vegas? You ever consider Vegas?
Maybe Vegas, but it just didn't, like, do it for me.
LA?
LA, just prices, you know what I mean? Prices, yeah. And then, but it is more creative over there. I know some people over there. So one girl, you know Kate? You know Kate, right?
Kate, the one we met at Lucky Duck?
Yes.
The actress?
Kate. Yeah, exactly. So she moved over there.
Yeah, she's cool as fuck.
You know what I mean? Yeah, she doing all these. She came down for a commercial, you know what I mean? So, yeah. There's always like creative people over there. That's what I like.
Yeah. And honestly, I think Austin, you ended up getting the, like, just opportunity at Southwest, and you were like, fuck it, let's do it.
Well, I had to wait a little bit, but everything always works out. Like, that's what I, like, ask the universe for, higher power, anything. I'm like, bro, just line it up and I'll do the rest. So literally, like, I put in, and I was already looking for an apartment because my roommate was, like, down to move, and he's like, yo, my transfer's this date. I'm like, let's do it. And
what does he work at?
Now he works for Southwest. Yeah. So a month before we moved over here, they opened up. He was with Vitamin Shop. But he was gonna transfer. A month before we moved, they opened up. Boom. I'm like, get it. Let's do it. So it worked out for him. And then I hadn't got my transfer yet. Like, it hadn't been approved. So I'm like, whatever. Just get it. I'll pay. I'll go over there on the weekends or like whatever days I have off and just chill at the apartment.
Damn.
And then that's it. You know, I'll come back to work. And then same thing, I think about like a month or a month and a half, they're just like, all right, you're good to go. Like,
fuck yeah.
So it just worked out. Yeah, it just worked out.
And then as soon as they approve you, they're just like, when can you start? And then you're just like, boom.
Yeah, they gave me a date. And then I kind of just got rid of like the whole week before and then moved. But same thing, we're always on go. So I moved my stuff over here like Thursday. And then Sunday we were in Seattle, or Saturday we were in Seattle for Diplo's Run Club.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and then we just came back Sunday, and then started work Monday.
That's so fire, bro! How y'all can literally just be like, "Yo, there's this shit going on in fucking Seattle," or do you guys get New York flights?
Exactly. That's what I was about to say. I'm doing Diplo's Run Club this year in New York. Shit. Yeah.
Bro, you can do. You just be like, "Yo, let's get to fucking New York today." You know,
exactly.
We'll be back tomorrow.
I said, do it, yo, because look, October 25th, that's a run club. Dom Dalla is coming October 31st. So,
shit, in Austin?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We gotta go.
Yeah. To is he going to Concourse or?
No, I think he's the amphitheater or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down, bro. I'm trying
Halloween.
Oh shit, the 31st. Yeah. Definitely. Damn. And you're into like house music and shit, right?
I am, especially since over here, look, it's everywhere. Everywhere. Yeah.
Facts. Yeah, bro. And so you've been here for 8 to 9 months. So like you said, you're grinding during the week, Southwest. You get those flights whenever you want to travel and shit, and then you're just doing like photography. Could you go full time if you wanted to photography?
Photography, I would have to I think actually push it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I haven't really pushed it.
Do you turn down a lot of clients just because you don't have the time?
I try not to. You know what I mean? If I can, I'll do it. You know what I mean? And it's for the most part, that's my whole thing. If I can do something, or if I feel like I can do a shoot, I'll do it, even if I haven't done it before.
Yeah.
Like, I'm doing a quince this year. I've never done a quince, like, but I was like, all right, let's do it. But I mean, yeah, it got to be worth it. You know what I mean? The pay got to be worth it, or like the exposure, I guess. You know what I mean? But there's some I'm just like, nah, I can't.
Have you really like put yourself out there in Austin yet, as far as photography wise?
No, bro, because I'm just never here. You
yeah.
know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty booked, and that's why I told you, like, maybe these next 2 months, because I haven't booked anything, because I just want to stay here. But I think out here I'll probably push a little bit more. Especially
and you can charge more.
Exactly. That's why I moved over here too. You could charge more because people are like, I don't know. I haven't really seen nobody like be like, oh, this is too much. Yeah. You know what I mean? Unless it's people from El Paso.
Yeah.
That's it.
Low key.
But over here, like, everybody's down to pay. You know what I mean? And then
facts. And that's not even like a slight on El Paso. It's literally just like that's how it is, bro. If you say a number, like, and it's a quality number, but you prove yourself, you have quality work. Like, people don't like paying for that shit out there. Exactly. And for whatever reason, I don't know if it's because like they expect a hookup or what the fuck.
A lot of times, and I'll tell them the price out there, and they're like, oh, okay, well, like, let me get back to you.
Yeah. They're not getting back to you, my guy.
Yeah, you know how it is. You know how it is.
Yeah, because I mean that was the same thing when I was doing like a lot of video work, and honestly, like,
I know you do it too. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, and like, honestly, and I don't know. I mean, I definitely still have a lot to learn, but I feel like I was getting really fucking good at it. I don't like working with clients. I don't know what it is. If I could just do the creative work and the filming, and then like not deal with like the fucking client as far as like just negotiating a price and all that shit. Like, I just don't like working with them, and I don't know. That's just because like my creative side, where I just want to just focus on the product.
Yeah.
But I think I didn't like that aspect of it.
What do you shoot with?
I usually shoot with the Lumix.
Okay, so
the GH5. It's a really fucking amazing video camera. It's like it's not beginner level. I would say it's in between. Like, it's a very good like intermediate.
Okay.
But it's still like 4K 20, 4K 60. Like, the stabilization on that shit is insane. Yeah, like, I never use a gimbal ever.
That's the one you used for your video when you first moved over here?
Yes.
I saw that one. I was like, that one's legit.
Wait, which one?
I can't remember.
And then, but some of the content I post on the MVP2 or like my own page, I use an FX3, a Sony.
Okay, sweet. Yeah.
Because my brother has that.
Okay, sweet.
And that camera is, bro, I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah.
People shoot movies with that shit, you know.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
And so that camera is so fire. So when I have access to it or can use it, then I'll use that one.
Maybe it was that one, yo, because it was pretty sick. I don't remember when you like posted it, but I just remember you like showed like just clips, and I'm like, girl, that's sick.
Yeah. But yeah, bro, and like, I think that opportunity for you here, especially now that you have a little bit more time, like, we can get this shit popping, bro. Yeah. You can start getting hella clients here.
Yeah,
because I mean, like, people just want to see, like I said, if people fuck with you, they'll hire you. You know, it doesn't even matter. Like, yeah, obviously they want to see good work, but at the same time, it's like, you know what you're worth.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. So you just gotta name the price and deal with the yes and no. But out here, it's been a little better. Like, I got one on Sunday. I got a shoot over here on Sunday. I've had a grad shoot in San Antonio. I had a grad shoot in Houston. It's been good. Yeah, it's been good still. Yeah.
What do you think about Houston?
I literally was there for like 5 hours.
Oh, for real?
I just did the shoot, dipped. Yeah, that's all.
I want to go to Houston, bro, like for like a day or two.
That's what Jesus was actually talking about. Yeah? I'm like, yo, we should set it up. It's
bro,
like a 3-hour drive.
Literally, if that. Because like I've heard a lot of mixed things. I've heard I heard the women are beautiful. I heard I heard the food's amazing. I also hear it's like ghetto as fuck.
That's what I heard.
Which I mean, I'm kind of used to. I'm kind of used to that, you know, to Andrews type shit.
Northeast, yeah.
So I'm sure I would fuck with it, but also I heard it's fucking like it's a big city, you know. It's a little dangerous. So you got to watch where you go there. Yeah. But I'm down to fucking check that shit out, bro.
Yeah, me too. Because I did hear it's like nice. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How's San Antonio?
I think it's like a big El Paso.
Yeah.
I really do. Like, it's slow. A lot of Mexicans, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then, like, they don't really have much, just like the Riverwalk, I think, and then the Spurs, you know what I mean? But, I think it's like pretty close to home.
Yeah, for sure. And so when you say like you felt like a little bit negativity, was it when you were there or when you moved out here?
No, I feel like there. Like,
there, okay. Did you feel like you were just being kind of held down a little bit?
I think so, yo. Just like it's not it's hard to like, I don't know,
grow.
like,
Do you feel like it's harder to grow?
I feel like you can only grow so much there. You know what I mean? And I'm not even like trying to like get all like crazy like out there like that, but I don't know, like, you know who I give like props to, like that dude Christian Churches. Yeah, bro, makes that city look so good. It looks
Have you
amazing,
you've met Christian?
No, never.
Yeah, I would agree, bro. He's one person that stayed in El Paso, and he's like I would say definitely one of the fucking biggest photographer out there.
Yeah.
And he's doing his thing, and he makes that city, and it is a beautiful city, bro. I will say, like, just off the mountains, like, and everything, it's super nice. I just think sometimes, I think what holds El Paso back, obviously, like, there's logistics and stuff of location and everything, but I think it's acceptance for new ideas.
Yeah, 100%.
Which is like still not a huge thing there. I think it can get to a place at some point. It's always going to lag a little bit behind, you know, because people here, bro, like, that's why it's so amazing to try new shit here, because everybody's doing it.
Yeah, and everything's always changing, bro. Everything's always changing.
Exactly. Like, bro, I went to a speakeasy yesterday where you have to put a code in the door, like, outside, and the fucking door opens, but you have to have the code to get in. And I was like, bro, what the I've never seen shit like this, you know? Or like the no phones thing. Like, obviously, I'm sure that's somewhere in other cities, but like, people are willing, like, okay here to not have their phone when they go in a place, you know?
Yeah, exactly, because it's like, all right, that's understood. That's the thing.
Yeah, everybody's doing it. Why not?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure, like, the morning parties, the Mushroom Cowboys, like, now they're doing it in El Paso and other cities, but I'm sure that was, like, one of the big first things that started happening here, you know?
Huge. Like, they're about to have that, like, the biggest one at the concourse on 4th of July.
Hell yeah. And then the Run Club, Run clubs here, like, are I still haven't been to some, but
there's like 50.
At least.
It's crazy. I'm sad they shut down like Raw Dog like once a week. No, like once a week.
Oh, okay.
It was just too big. Like, the city like shut it down like a month before we moved over here.
Oh shit. So like, it's only like a month every month, or what?
It's probably like like they got one. I think this Saturday. Like, I think it's just pretty much like once a month.
Yeah. Oh shit.
But I mean, that one like it blew up. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I will say, like, moving out here, like, being out here like the last 4 months, I think it's, for whatever reason, there's a lot to do out here, but I think it's just easier to fucking to stay focused.
Yeah, well, you think so?
Yeah,
I think it's hard to stay focused
here.
Yo. So hard.
Really?
Yo. There's just so much to do, yo.
Yeah, I agree. I think the reason I say it is just because, for me, like, the only time I've been alone, like living alone, was in Phoenix, but I was in college.
Oh, okay.
So I don't really like consider that.
How was it over there?
It was cool. It's a dope city, bro. I was still underage, so I didn't get to do too much.
There's money out there too.
Bro, yeah, I feel like Austin and Phoenix have a lot of similarities. But living out here alone, like, it's lit a fire under me that I didn't previously like. Obviously, I've always been very motivated, but here it's just it's up to another level, because now I'm like, this is my spot. Obviously, you got to pay rent's due every single month, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then obviously, like, a step further of that is just like you come out here and you see big players, like the biggest players in hospitality. You see pro athletes, you see professional photographers, you see a lot more professional artists. It's just like, and then comedy out here is like,
it is a big thing.
It's probably one of the biggest cities now. So you're just surrounded by that, and like that definitely does something to you. That, at least for me in El Paso, like, I was motivated out there, but out here it's just like, yo,
people are on another level.
I
mean, that's why.
And it's not even a knock on El Paso. It's just, that's what it is. It's a different fucking tier. Because there's top dogs in El Paso and they're just as good, but you come out here and there's more. There's way more of them.
Exactly.
And so it's like, are you gonna rise to that I know it sounds cliche, but are you gonna like rise to that, or like if you don't, you'll be ordinary, and that's cool.
Yeah.
But like if you really want to stand out, you gotta fucking step your game up.
Especially in a big city.
Yeah.
Big city. That's what like I'm like nah. In El Paso, everybody can know your name because even if you're just doing whatever, like everybody can know just by everybody knowing everybody.
Exactly.
But in a big city, if people know your name, it's different.
Yeah.
It's 100% different.
Facts. And then the money.
Yeah.
Bro, you just seeing it, you see a lot more. Like I've never been really motivated by money like my entire life. And that's just because like, and my family didn't have a lot of money. It's not like we were like rich by any means. But like we always had what we needed, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
But we always had to work for what we had too, you know? But I think moving out here is just seeing the money and like seeing the cars, like seeing the penthouses. Like, bro, I'll show you a picture, but I was in one of like the high rises in Austin, like downtown, and bro, just like it does something to you, bro. Like just
exactly, it motivates you.
Yeah, for sure. You seeing this 100%. And like, I'm not gonna sit here and say like getting that to that level that won't solve any problems, but it's just motivating to be able to like, damn, like there's levels to this shit, you know?
And money just makes everything easier, yo.
Facts.
It makes everything easier. And your problems are bigger, but that's what you're there for, you know?
Yeah, exactly. What do you feel like is motivating you? Like what's the biggest motivator?
Just the freedom. Like the freedom, that's all I really want.
Just kind of doing what you want when you want.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I think that's why it's been like hard to focus because I'm like, okay, I'm cool right here, and like I can kind of like do whatever I want, make it work. But I know there's another level of doing what you want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
like,
what's that for you? What are you looking towards?
I don't know, yo. It's just like
there's got to be something.
I don't know. I don't really have like a goal. Like I'm trying to.
You want a media company?
No. I like being out the way.
Gotcha.
That's my thing. I just want to be out the way and like, I guess like because I've just always been doing my own thing, you know what I mean? So I'm just like, hey, and that's why I tell people too. I'm like, yeah, just hit me up if you need me, but like, I'm not gonna be like all the time like, hey, let's go do this and all this. You know what I mean? I'm just like, if you need me, call me.
Yeah, that's player as fuck. I'll always be here, baby. Well, I'm not gonna hit you up.
Just like I'd rather be a person of value than like just of whatever. You know what I mean? Just like he's a casual. He's there. He's you know what I mean? So it's just like he'll come through if you need him. You
Facts.
know what I mean? I feel like that's it, but I don't know. Just like more the freedom, like just to do whatever you want.
Damn. So you're okay with making your bread, fucking doing good work, photography work, being able to travel where you want, and just like staying out the way, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
having your girl, do you want kids?
For sure not right now, but
yeah.
I don't know, maybe in the future. I gotta live a life first.
I
feel like once you, not like that your life's over, but I feel like for me personally, like if I have a kid, like I'm all in, like that's, you know what I mean? Or kids, whatever, like that's my focus, and I just want to like, you know, give them everything, you know what I mean? So I feel like it's like not a bad thing, but it's just like turning it up on another focus.
For sure. Yeah. I fuck with that, bro. I
mean, you want kids?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, for sure. I not right now.
Yeah.
Hopefully I don't have any right now. Just kidding. No, definitely not right now. And the thing is, I recently hit a point where I'm 20. Obviously, it would still be not a good situation for me if I had a kid. But it's not as scary as if you would have asked me like last year or the year before.
100%, yeah.
You know? Obviously, I'm not where I'm completely at where I want to be like financially or in my career.
Exactly,
but if it did happen, like I'm more accepting of it. Like, all right, like I'm a grown ass man. Like, all right, come on now.
Take care of it.
Exactly. If I was 23, 24, like, oh fuck, like,
it's
you know,
it's scary.
But scary. Now I'm kind of in a place where I know what I want to do for the most part, and if that happens, like I gotta take care of it. You know,
exactly.
Take care of business.
You gotta handle your business, exactly.
And so but I would say ideally by the time I'm like 30, I want a kid for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But also you gotta take care of yourself, yo. That's what I'm saying. I think 20s are like when you grind or whatever. I think 30s are the prime. Like that's what I always say that, bro. Like people think like. Also, it is different for girl, like women and men too. 100%, yeah.
I think for men, like it's exciting too. And I'm not talking like looks. I'm not talking physically, but like when it comes to mentally and like just where you are with yourself, I think 28 to maybe 29 to like 37, 38 is like, that's your, even maybe 40, bro. Yeah. Of like people, especially when it comes to financially, statistically, I think most men make their most money in their 40s and 50s, and they will in their entire life. Yeah. And I think just social media has made it seem that like there's a bunch of young 20-year-olds and young 30-year-olds when it's very rare, you know. Yeah. Obviously, it'd be nice to be rich and young. Yeah, exactly. Because then you can't tell me shit. Yeah, exactly, that's when it's like when you're young and rich. Yeah. And not just like trust fund rich, like you hit it big somehow. Exactly. And you're young, you got youth and money, like that's a combination, exactly. Like kind of dangerous too.
Yeah, it is, exactly. Yeah.
Because you got that confidence that you're of the being young and like you're hungry, but then you got bread, so you can just like, oh yeah,
you just kind of don't care.
It's different.
Yeah, exactly. But nah, yeah, if you could run it up, whatever age, yo, and as long as you like still like feel good, look good, you know what I mean? As long as you take care of yourself, I think that's 100%. Like you have that like much less to worry about. You know what I mean? If your health is like good, you know what I mean? That means you can keep going, keep running it up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. So do you work out like every day? I try to
do like at least 5 times a week, yo. But sometimes it gets crazy. Like I mean, just to sleep. You know what I mean? Yeah, sometimes I'm like, I hear sleep's a little better. Let me go to sleep. You know what I mean? Yeah. Instead of working out. And
I agree.
Yeah. You?
It's been tough, bro, because just the schedule right now. Like I'll wake up, and the thing is, I prioritize sleep. Just because I feel like that's just I need it. Yeah.
And you be out late.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't get to bed. Even if I do get out at 2, like I don't like coming home and going to bed, you know, exactly. I want to eat, and if I'm gonna eat, I don't want to go straight to bed after that either. Yeah. So like, I'll end up going to sleep around 4:30. Sometimes, bro, yesterday I went to bed at 6, but that was for another reason. But yeah, like, but then I'll end up sleeping in, which it sounds terrible, but like, I mean, if it's my 7 or 8 hours, I'm not waking up until like 1 or 2, exactly, sometimes 3. Yeah.
What time you go in usually?
Some days 4, but some days 8. Oh, okay, so yeah, if I go in at 8, like I'm cool.
That's no problem.
Yeah, but it's the days I'm working out at 4 where like I have to wake up and like it's either get a quick workout in and be rushing, or I can chill. Like I can make some food before I go in and like just like. It just depends, but now I'm really trying to like I've been wanting to really hit the gym hard, so I definitely want to like get that routine going. Yeah, that's why I want to hit like I hit you up. Like, I definitely want to like work out and shit, bro.
Let me know, yo. Yeah,
you be going to Crunch all the time?
For the most part, I used to go to Lift, but damn, bro, like it's just like no AC, no heaters. Yeah, and it's like it's not a problem in the summer. Like you trying to sweat, and it's cool. When we moved over here, it was cool. Like it was hot, we were sweating everything out. But it's just like same thing, limited. They got a limited space. Yeah. A lot of the influencers go there and stuff like that. It's like the influencer gym for sure, yo. So like tripods everywhere, but I just didn't like that they had hours. Yeah. And then if it's raining, like you're getting like your shoes are wet. Yeah, you're feeling the rain. If it's windy, everything's blowing in your face. Exactly. You know what I mean? So it's just like
Lift is fire, bro. It's definitely unique, and I think that's the gym that people want to go to in Austin, because when they visit. It says it's fucking Austin like in a gym. You know?
Yeah, it is.
For me, like it's no hate on fucking Lift, but I just love like a modern like fucking like very nice gym. You know,
exactly.
You got the nice equipment. You got like. I'm gonna get a good workout in either way, so it doesn't matter. But I prefer like my thing is I would rather go to like somewhere like downtown. Like, have you heard of Equinox?
Bro, yeah, but I heard it's not as good here.
Oh, for real?
That's what I heard. So I just didn't go.
I don't know. Try it. Have you heard of Collective?
I don't think so.
Collective is actually it's a gym. You have to fucking apply to fucking get in.
Is it the green one? Green and black one? No?
I don't think so.
No, that's another one.
Yeah. But there's a lot of different gyms. But like Crunch. Honestly, Crunch would be nice if it wasn't so fucking packed all the time, bro. Yeah. That's the only thing I don't like.
Times, yeah.
Yeah. But other than that, it gets the job done, bro. Do you work out at your apartment?
Sometimes. Like,
is there a gym there?
Yeah, there is, but it's like just whatever.
Yeah. Are you in a relationship right now?
No.
Big single?
Yeah, a little bit, just because like... I don't know. I mean, here I haven't met nobody like that really, because I'm never here.
Yeah.
And the same thing, like, I feel like a lot of girls wouldn't be cool with like, oh hey, like I know I just got home from work, but flights are good for tomorrow, so I'm gonna go out of town just for the day. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then or like just anything.
Yeah, your
like
schedule's just not conducive to it.
Way
you know,
too like inconsistent.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people aren't cool with that.
Do you want to be in a relationship anytime soon? Like, would you be okay like having like a girlfriend or not?
Like if it just happened,
yeah,
that'd be cool. Like, you know what I mean? Of course. And that's been coming up a lot lately.
Yeah.
Like these past 2 weeks, like all my friends are just booed up. Like I'm married or like long term dating.
I thought you were gonna say all these girls been like hitting you lying.
No.
Don't lie, bro. I seen you.
Bro, look, dry, bro.
I seen you be on D&D. That's how you feeling now, man.
Always on D&D. You gotta have the D&D. Yeah, it's just been coming up a lot. They're like, yo, you don't get lonely? Like, it doesn't get lonely? Or like, I don't know. And my homies, girls, they just be trying to like pick them for me. They're like, no, she needs to do this. She needs to be this. Yeah. So, I don't know. We'll see when it happens.
That shit keeps happening. Yeah, I don't know if I want a girlfriend, bro. Not right now.
Married.
Yeah.
I heard you're married out
recently
here.
Divorced.
Recently divorced.
Nah, bro. Don't get me wrong. If it happens, it happens. But like, I just don't think at this stage in my life I'd be the best boyfriend.
Yeah, no, 100%.
in the most, in the nicest way possible. And that's not because I wouldn't treat a girl like amazing.
I was gonna be like, clarify.
Yeah. Clarify why. I'm saying that more in a way of they're not, that wouldn't be my priority, and I think it should.
And it's not fair to the other person.
Yeah, if you love someone, I think you put them first. Not in everything, but I mean they should be one of your main priorities. And I think if the person meant enough to me, and there's been like there is people that have meant like a lot to me, you know. But yeah, it's just I'm at that stage where I'm just like me, not in a selfish way, but in like, no, I need to get my shit right first, so that once I do that, like, you know what, I want to give.
Exactly.
That's I want to give to someone, you know.
Exactly. That you got to be selfish to be selfless. Yeah. You know what I mean? You got to get yours so you have something to give. You know what I mean? You can't give nothing you don't have. You know?
Yeah, exactly. No, and and my mind is not. And not to say it would be a distraction, because I don't feel like I get distracted easy, but where my mind is right now is like, all right, what am I like? How am I going to get to what I want to get to? You know, and I'm always thinking about that.
Yeah, 100%.
And so I don't know. Maybe if it's the right girl, she's on that same wavelength, and she's okay with that. But for my experiences, it hasn't been like that.
Yeah,
so
100%.
That's why I've kind of just stayed out the way a little bit in that.
Exactly.
You know?
I feel like if it happens, it happens. But yeah, I feel like it would have to be like on the same. You gotta match up like mindset,
Facts.
like work ethic, everything. Yeah. You have to.
But was there like a specific question that someone had sent in?
Some people had just asked like, okay, for like lenses. I remember that was like one of the first.
Okay, yeah. What do you? So give them your
the what's it called, the setup.
Yeah.
So I shoot on a Sony A7 IV. I think that was pretty good for photos and videos. I use an 85 millimeter for the most part. It's a prime lens, and then also another prime lens I mostly use is I want to say it's a 50 millimeter. I think it's a 50 millimeter. And
when you say prime lens, how do you explain it to the audience?
Right. So prime is just no zoom. Like it doesn't zoom in or out. So it's just pretty much you.
That.
Yeah, it's pretty much just you. And I don't know. So far that's worked out. You know what I mean? For weddings and stuff like that. Or there's like some that you could run it up, like 2K, and then it might be good like for everything. I haven't tried it yet, but for the most part, it's been good. And like the way I would finesse it, or in the first place, I don't want to say finesse, but I would just like figure out how to use it. So like I started with like another camera, boom, saved up whatever I had with my shoots, then got this one, and I got it with the Best Buy credit card. So boom, so like not using your money is like perfect, you know. So I'm like, okay, I want to try that lens. Boom, let me set up this shoot. Like I think I even had a wedding. I think I had a wedding, and I'm like, okay, let me try the 85. So boom, put it on the credit card, and yeah, I would just shoot, boom, and like, this was at first, and I just didn't and I didn't want to pay for it. Returned it.
Damn.
So I just, you know what I mean? Like, just use something. It's pretty much like rent it.
Yeah,
you know what
exactly.
I mean? Like rent it. Yeah. So, and that's what I would do. Like, if I needed a light, boom.
Really?
Credit card, have the shoot.
Boom, return it.
Like,
that's pretty fire. Right? That's a little cheat code. I hope Best Buy's not watching this.
I know,
shit.
that's what I was about to say. I was like, duh, I'm not telling nobody to do this.
Yeah.
Like, have you seen The Incredibles? Where he's in the, what's it, the insurance? I'm not telling you to go here to talk to this guy.
Yeah.
That's me right now. That's me.
Yeah.
But it would always be like that, yo.
And, fuck, what were we were talking about equipment. Bro, fuck, I just had a fucking question. Oh my god. All right, equipment. You're talking about the lenses. Fuck, dude, it's gonna come back to me. It's gonna come back to me.
You're good, yeah.
But then what was the other question?
I mean, just tips for like photographers.
Oh, sorry.
Tell me.
When people like ask me like, oh, what camera do you shoot with? Like, I want to get into like photography. I want to start making videos. Like, bro, like, I know some people might not like hearing it, but I always say, bro, your fucking phone.
Yeah, 100%.
Start with that, bro. Like, why are you gonna spend $2,000 on a camera when you're probably not even gonna use it?
Exactly. Like, you gotta be cool with not making money with it.
Exactly.
Like, if you're gonna buy one, because I'm like, that's how I started. I just bought it for me. You know what I mean? You gotta be cool.
But you used it like heavy. Like some people I know for a fact,
they just buy it for like a week.
Because it's just they want to like just. Yeah, they want to do it and they're gonna have it, but they're not gonna fucking use it ever.
Exactly,
so, bro, your phone, the camera on your phone is just almost as good as any of the cameras.
I think so too, yo. And then also because they have like gimbals now.
Yeah,
and that's like stabilized. This has a good stabilization just by itself.
Yeah.
If you buy a gimbal for it, same thing. It's cool.
And then like smooth. Cinematic mode now, like with the fucking and then the zoom on the photos, like, bro, it's a solid fucking camera.
Exactly.
That. If you say you want to fucking start doing it, then fucking use your phone.
Exactly.
Especially
and they got,
for
like,
vlogging.
Apps too. Exactly. They got apps like you can fix the exposure and like a camera. You know what I mean? And also that too, I was gonna say like another tip. Like if you're just starting, so like you want to like make the most without spending the most. Like so everything on your phone is for the most part like free. CapCut free.
Yeah.
Lightroom free. You know what I mean? So like a lot of times, I still do it sometimes just because I'm always on the go. But I would like whatever videos or like not really videos. That's more like you got to be on the laptop and stuff for the most part. But like photos, go through them on your computer, airdrop them to your phone, upload to Lightroom, and you could because on with your computer you got to pay for the program.
Yep.
Phone it's free. So like send the pictures on your phone, edit, and then there you go. You know what I mean? So you don't have to pay as much. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's fucking life hacks, bro. We're gonna get a little deep.
Let me know. I'm ready. We gotta take one.
Yeah, we'll just shoot this, bro. Fuck it.
Let's do it.
This is this. We gon'
Yeah.
They gonna find out soon. Soon enough.
Rubs.
Yeah.
Cheers. Sweet.
Smooth, right, bro?
Smooth.
It's different.
Smooth.
But yeah, so when you look back, like just on your life, bro, what do you feel like is the hardest thing you've had to overcome?
I think being a little bit more like outgoing and like being on your own. You know what I mean? 'Cause like I said, you just grew up only child and like I was super introvert and probably like through almost all of high school, like just introvert. And it was just like coming out of that shell, and I would just
were you shy?
I don't know if shy or I just didn't want to like try.
Yeah.
And that was just like a big thing. Like I guess maybe the rejection, you know what I mean? Like, oh, what if I like try to be friends with them and it wouldn't happen? You know what I mean? Stuff like that. But I think that, and I would just like a lot of YouTube, Like I have a whole playlist like of just motivational stuff and like just like brain stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, like, cause so I would be like, all right, I'm an introvert. How would an extrovert react to this? How would they feel? What would they say?
Yeah.
Just like kind of fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
So like,
becoming that.
internally you wanted to come out of your shell, you just didn't know how type thing.
Exactly, yeah. And that's why I tell people, like, everything is on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Everything, for the most part. Like, you just search it. You know what I mean? Just search for it. Like, has already gone through the same thing and already put it out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Facts, bro. What do you feel like is your biggest weakness that you've been really trying to, like, work on?
I think probably, like, not being so nonchalant. I feel like that's, like, in relationships and like in general, like, I feel like I kind of just stay here so it doesn't go lower, you know what I mean?
So sometimes you have like a fuck it mentality, or like yeah
for the most part I'm just like
whatever,
you know what I mean? Yeah
I'm sure that pisses some girls off.
Like, that's what I've, like, that has just been
you're so nonchalant,
Serg. Like, I want you to, like, try and like come on, you know what I mean? And I do, like, you know what I mean, but I just for the most part I'm just like like whatever you want, you know what I mean? And I feel like that's, like, one of my biggest weaknesses, like, even with, like, other stuff, because I haven't, like, I feel like competitively I'm not competitive, like, if it doesn't matter, you know what I mean? Or, like, and for the most part I'm just trying to do it on my own.
You're competing with yourself.
Exactly. So, like, with other things I'm just like, bro, like, if you want it more, go for it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, as long as I get mine right here, I'm cool. Like, you know what I mean?
I feel
like that's my, like,
hell yeah. I wonder if that has to do with, like, that you didn't grow up with siblings, so you don't feel like you're fighting for anything.
I don't know, yo.
You're not fighting for attendance.
Like with basketball, like, you know what I mean?
Not to say that you're not competitive, but like, you're okay with what you have.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And that, like, I feel like with siblings sometimes, like, whether it's maybe the oldest, like, the second child comes around, they feel like they kind of have to start fighting for attention, and they want what that other kid wants, or that other brother or sister wants. Yeah,
that's true. Exactly. And, like, see, I would have never.
Yeah. That fucking makes sense. I mean, that kind of makes a little bit of sense right there. So what do you feel like your biggest strength is?
I feel like I want to say kind of the same thing, just because, like,
you just have an even keel attitude type thing.
Because, like, when I with, like, finance stuff, money, you should never have emotion. And so, like, for those 2 years I just got rid of, like, I feel like I just got rid of every emotion, and I, like, decided I would only feel happiness, or
that's it,
or neutral, you know what I mean? And I feel like that's kind of one of my biggest strengths. Like, it's either, like, I'm happy or just cool, and for the most part it's just happy.
You don't lose your cool ever?
I feel like I don't, and I feel like that's why I just try to keep it like like, I don't do, like, nothing crazy, like any drugs or anything, because I just don't want to stop right there, you know?
Do you ever get anxiety?
I feel like I used to a lot, especially in school. You know what I mean? Like, college for sure, but I feel like meditating, like, I used to meditate a lot, and then that would help, and then also the gym. You know what I mean? Yeah, I feel like that helped. You?
For sure. For sure. I think.
What do you think?
That's a good question, bro. Because I would relate to that. I think, first of all, your superpower, I think that is a superpower. Like, being able to stay, and it reminds me of, you say your dad. He said he's a very stoic person. I mean, that's probably where you get that from. You know, just being able to have an even attitude, like, no matter if shit's going bad. Obviously you can be happy about things, but at the same time you also don't want to get too high. From the outside looking in, people probably perceive that about me sometimes, especially at work, but really my mind is racing all the time, you know? That's a good, because someone asked me that same question yesterday of where the anxiety comes from, and I don't know, bro. I think it's just trying to prove something to, I don't think other people, I just think myself, whether that's a void there that I'm trying to fill that I haven't, or that something that I'm chasing or running away from. I don't know what it is, but it's a good and a bad thing, because I think it's what really drives me all the time. Yeah. But also it's probably what causes me a lot of anxiety. Yeah. Exactly. It's like I've gotten really bad panic attacks in the past, and it's kind of shaped a lot of who I am. And the good thing is, since I've been in Austin, I think my anxiety has definitely gotten a lot better.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of that is because I know why I'm here and what I'm doing, and so it's kind of helped me with that. I think when I was younger, the anxiety really came from like not having a direction that I wanted to go in.
Exactly.
Because I knew I wanted something, but I just didn't know what the fuck it was. So it was just being lost.
And I feel like, once you figure it out a little bit, then you're like, okay, the focus is there. Yeah, because that's what they say. Like, anxiety is like looking too far ahead. Depression is looking back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, bro. I mean, I still struggle with it all the time. But I also spend a lot of time with myself, like by myself, and so I come to understand a lot about how my mind works, and I think a lot more people should do that, because some people don't know why they're feeling what they're feeling, and they just fucking feel it, and they just go along with their lives, and they don't ever think to ask that,
100%.
Like, why are you feeling what you're feeling right now? That's not fucking thought about enough,
Yeah, and what do you think about like therapy? Like that stuff.
I used to go to therapy. I think the thing is, I don't think anything's the end all be all. I don't think anything is a cure.
Like it'll just fix everything.
Yeah. I think there's a whole bunch of different factors and a whole bunch of things that it's a culmination of a lot of different things that is making you feel the way you're feeling.
Yeah.
And so I think therapy, I feel like if it's the right person, they make you see things that you're not seeing yourself.
Yeah.
And so I think it's really good for that. Because I feel like sometimes we can have this like narrow ass vision of what we think is happening in our lives, or what why we think what we're feeling is happening. But you sitting down across from someone and you're just fucking spilling out your entire feelings, and they can point out one thing that you said is just like, yo, that doesn't make any sense. Why is that affecting you? Like, there's no reason that should affect you, And I think a lot of therapy is just fucking letting shit out that you haven't let out.
100%, 100%.
To someone who's not going to judge you, is just there.
Exactly. Exactly.
And so I think it helps with that. I've also been on medication before too. And just so the thing is, the thing is with anxiety and depression, it's clinically it's caused by the same system in your brain, which is serotonin. So basically, it's like considered an antidepressant, but it also works for anxiety. Okay. It acts on like and that's what that is. That's serotonin. That's like the molecule.
Okay.
So serotonin, basically, if that system is kind of out of whack for whatever reason, maybe it's genetics, maybe it's something in your life is just like certain events are fucking with you. Sometimes that can like go up and down,
Yeah.
And sometimes your system is just not operating the way it should be, and that's why you're depressed, you're anxious. So these medications, like certain antidepressants, they'll work on that system to make sure enough is like being produced, basically.
Yeah.
And so that's how some of those things work, and I've taken them, and it's a very bad rap and who knows, maybe that shit itself doesn't work. Maybe it's a placebo.
That's what I was about to say. I mean, even if you don't think it works, maybe the placebo
effect. It maybe could be, but I know for me, I know some people it's never worked, and it's actually made them worse. They just didn't feel like they needed it. For me, it's helped. It's helped me a lot for whatever reason. Maybe it's just in my head, or maybe it's actually doing something. But I can tell you, like, from my experience, I haven't had a panic attack in like almost 3 years, and I was having them very consistently for a while. And this is coming from someone who's like, I mean, everybody says to exercise and do things. Like I was doing all that, and I still felt like shit.
That's what I was about to say. Do you think there's anything else that helps?
For sure. I think it's just like, I think if you're doing all that you can to make sure like you're in a good place mentally, whether that's knowing that you need to exercise, or maybe it's the medication that you do need to take to help you get off your feet. Going to therapy. I think in your subconscious, if you know that you're doing all those things and you're trying, I think you will get better.
Yeah.
I just think some people will stay in that zone because it's whatever excuses they're feeding themselves, like of I'm not. Yeah, I think ultimately it's on you.
Yeah, I think 100% too. The same thing.
And I'll always say that.
Yeah.
And I think you can take all like the medication, you can take you can go to therapy, you can go to the gym, but if deep inside you're not pushing yourself to get better, then I don't think it's gonna
100%. 100%. Like it's not all on you, but like the majority is like you have to make the decision to go here. You know what I mean?
For
like,
sure. Yeah, and you're not alone.
Yeah,
I think
100%.
when we say that, when I say that, like it's not. When I say it's on you, it's like you're not alone in it, because you're gonna have those people that you can lean on, whether it's your mom, whether it's your homies, your whoever it is, your sister. They're gonna be able to like to catch you. But if you want to get to where you want to get to, like it's all on you. It's the decisions 100%. You make, 100%. In my opinion.
Yeah.
So.
No, 100%.
Yeah,
and then
bro.
What? It's like Men's Mental Health Month, right?
Yeah, I think it is.
I think so.
Yeah, dog. I'm glad we got to do this, man. I think we had a great. I mean, I feel like we can talk about so much more, but I definitely want to do these. Like, I want to have like a group of people, like a group of the homies. I think that'd be a fun podcast.
Let me know.
Yeah. But yeah, bro. That's Serg. If you need any photography for whatever it is, I mean, fucking events, weddings, fucking sporting events, whatever. Honestly, whatever. Grad pics.
I think we could do it.
Pornography. Oh shit! I don't know.
Fans here. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's it.
Has anybody ever asked you for that?
One girl had asked me one time.
Did she say if you could be a part of it, or was just not
a little collab? Shui and blah blah.
Yeah.
No, I've done like the boudoir, right? But one did ask me for like OnlyFans, and she ended up getting a boyfriend.
Oh.
So like I think a month in, or like to their thing, like she just shut it down. So like, and she was in.
You can name drop her if you want. Nah, I'm just kidding.
Honestly, I don't even remember her name. It was like probably like 2 years ago or something.
Yeah.
But she lives in San Antonio. That's why. So she was like, "Oh, I'm planning to go over there. If you're down." I'm like, "Yeah, that's cool. We can do it." I don't even know like what the fuck's going on. Like, you know what I mean? But I'm like, "All right, cool."
Yeah, let me get my prime
lenses ready. It just never happened. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. The option's always there, guys.
Future collabs.
Yeah. Hell yeah. But yeah, y'all. Episode 75. We'll see y'all next time.
Let's do it. Sweet.